Hi, I'm Kieran. Welcome to How to Tie a Nocking Point. You will need serving material, bracing height gauge, chalk, a lighter, a sharp knife and a nock.
We're going to mark where we want the bottom nocking point to go. So as you can see, if I spin the bracing height gauge around a bit, we're going to put the top of the bottom nocking point on 1/8. This isn't to say this is where yours needs to go, this is just a good starting point. So we're just going to put some chalk on there so we know that's where our bottom nocking point is going to go. We've marked where our bottom nocking point needs to go. We're now going to tie the bottom nocking point on. There's two different popular methods of tying nock points on, and we're going to go through both. One thing to remember is neither use glue. Glue does not go anywhere near your string, ever. Okay, having said that warning, we're now going to start. What we're going to do is going to grab a length of our soft twist material. Now I'm going to start with the neat version. The neat version, all you want to do is make a loop like so. Lay it down on the string. Take the long end of your loop, keeping the loop itself underneath your thumb. And then we're going to go round the string and round the shorter end of the loop. Once, twice, 3 times. So what I'm doing is I'm going back up towards the loop here. 4, 5, 6, 7 should be enough. Then this long end we're going to put through the loop like so. Pull that tight. And then if we pull this shorter end, not quite tight enough to pull it all the way through quite yet because it's not in exactly the right place. What we're going to do now is we're just going to roll this whole nocking point up just like that. Now it's in the right place. Then we're going to just pull on this end and then pull it back and then just keep gently pulling either way until it's nice and tight. Now the straggly bits. Take a knife and then cut them nice and short like so. Then if we get our bracing height gauge and lay it against the string so we don't damage the serving, we're then going to gently burn away. We can just dab it down with the bracing height gauge like that. And then the same on this side. All that bracing height gauge is doing is just stopping the serving from catching. And there we go. And as promised, the second way of tying a nocking point. So what we're going to do is take our length of serving material. We're going to go underneath the string to where the top of our nock point needs to be. And then just going to do a normal overhand knot like so. And then pull that down nice and tight. And then we're going to go under the string and do another overhand knot. And again, pull that nice and tight. And then on top of the string. And again, pull it nice and tight. And then under the string, and you're getting the idea, we're just going to go over, under, over, under, over, under. And then when we get to the finish, I'm going to go overhand knot, and then another overhand knot to make it a double knot. And then pull it nice and tight. And then again, we're going to cut the end bits off. And then again, if we put our bracing height gauge in the way, it's going to be harder to damage the string. And just melt the end bits of serving. As we can see, it's a little bit more lumpy bumpy than the other knock point, but it's quick, it's simple, and it does the job. So if you're doing a really quick repair in the middle of a shoot, or you're scoring around, then do this by all means. But if you want to make it look neat and tidy and make it last longer, then I would use the other method. So we've tied our bottom locking point, and then what we're going to do is click our knock on here, and then we're going to get our piece of material. I'm going to make the loop again, put the loop through the knock, like so. Then we can make sure the knocking points are the right distance apart, and then we're going to start by running this first loop around so it's just touching the knock. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then again, we're going to tuck the end through the loop. Knock out the way. Pull it tight. Just to make sure. So before we finish it off, we're just going to check that that fits in nicely, and there's a little bit of wiggle room. You don't want to be able to move your knock loads like this, but you need a little bit of wiggle room, because if your knocking points are holding your knock onto the string, then the release from the string will be absolutely awful, costing your points. So a little bit of movement is good. A lot of movement is bad. There we go. 2 neatly tied knocking points that are solid on the string. They won't move if I grab them and try and rotate them. And absolutely no glue.